In the mind of Miyamoto Musashi, distraction wasn't just a minor inconvenience, it was a silent killer. It robbed warriors of their edge, diluted their power, and led to defeat before the first strike was even thrown. It wears the mask of productivity. It's multitasking, checking emails, chasing notifications. Switching tabs, these are the enemies we willingly invite into our daily battles. Its quote was simple: do nothing that is of no use. Not do a little less, not minimize waste. Eliminate it entirely. If it doesn't move you forward, cut it out. There's no in-between. And we convince ourselves it's progress. Musashi understood that any crack in focus was an invitation to failure. Today, distraction has evolved into something more deceptive. Weeks or years, Musashi treated time like a weapon. You wield it, or it cuts you down. Musashi had no tolerance for this. Time isn't a resource. It's the space between life and death. Wait too long, hesitate for one instant, and you lose. Not the one who attends the most meetings. The one who moves with purposeful speed. Move with clarity and intent, and time bends in your favor. This was more than discipline. It was warfare. Complexity kills speed. Confusion kills precision. And in a world moving faster by the day, clarity is the real advantage. Relationships to the bare essentials. Anything extra was a liability. He didn't engage in every battle, only the ones that mattered. Musashi treated time the way a swordsman treats his blade, with reverence, with precision, and with absolute intention. Fewer distractions, fewer decisions, fewer wasted movements. When your effort is concentrated, it hits harder. Every strike, every movement, every word had weight. Remember, shallow work feels good. Deep work wins. That's not laziness. That's lethal efficiency. When your attention is undivided, it lands with force. He'd ask, what's actually necessary? What's helping you win? And if the answer is vague, we chase analytics, KPIs, and engagement rates like trophies. But Musashi would ask, are you effective or just busy? Are you getting sharper every day? He measured it in skill gained, awareness deepened, victories earned. It's a no, but you still have to climb. And climbing means saying no to comfort, no to shortcuts, no to distractions dressed up as opportunities. It's a grind of repetition, sacrifice, and brutal honesty with yourself. That means showing up when no one's watching. That means enduring failure without flinching. That means replacing entertainment with education, passivity with power. Embraced it not as a fear, but as a motivator. When you live like you might die tomorrow, your priorities get real sharp, real fast. You can check off 100 tasks and still be no closer to your purpose. Precision means choosing your targets with ruthless clarity and hitting them clean. You show up like a professional, not a hobbyist. His days were decisive. His thoughts were focused. His actions were final. If you want results that few people get, you must live with urgency that few people have. You just have to stop living like you have forever. When he acted, he didn't hope for results. He imposed them. Cut the commitments that drain your drive. Ditch the social feeds that numb your clarity. Don't just optimize, reduce. He studied not just the sword, but the mind. He believed that a warrior's power came from his spirit, not his tools. The modern world rewards distraction, but Musashi would tell you, let everyone else scatter their energy. You concentrate yours like a blade through armor and grind through endless to-do lists. Musashi obliterated that idea centuries ago. You didn't waste your sword. You didn't waste your time. Musashi's focus wasn't just about avoiding distractions. It was about becoming obsessional with clarity. He didn't split his energy across multiple goals. He mastered one thing so completely that no one could match him. That one thing, victory. It's the deliberate narrowing of your life until all that remains is the path. In his Book of 5 Rings, he writes, perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. That's not just about battle. That's about knowing what matters even when the world is screaming at you to chase 100 things at once. He understood that focus isn't passive. It's aggressive. Relentless focus isn't about tunnel vision. It's about resisting the temptation to dilute your power. He didn't carry multiple swords because he needed options. He carried them because he had mastered them. One purpose, one outcome, one identity. Most people treat time like a budget, something to manage, to spend wisely, to portion out over days. He understood that every second is a decision, every breath a move. On the battlefield, in business and life, this is equally true. The person who uses time with strategic precision wins. It's not the person who works the most hours. Musashi didn't confuse movement with progress. He practiced stillness to understand motion. He used quiet hours to sharpen his inner blade. Minimalism wasn't a lifestyle for Musashi. It was a survival tactic. He stripped down everything's foundations, habits. He didn't decorate his path. He cleared it. In a world obsessed with more success, more followers, more hustle, Musashi's approach is a radical rebellion. This applies to how we work, how we think, and even how we talk. Eliminate the meetings that waste your energy. He believed simplicity was power, not because it looked cleaner, but because it made you faster. It made you decisive. There's a modern myth that greatness comes from doing everything, that winners are the ones who hustle the most, stay busiest. He didn't try to do everything, did the right thing, and he did it better than anyone else. Didn't train in every martial art. He mastered his own. He didn't chase approval. He pursued truth. This is the paradox of performance. Doing less can lead to more. In Musashi's world, unnecessary effort was sloppy. He believed in economy. Apply this to your own path. You working on what matters? Or are you just staying busy to feel accomplished? Musashi didn't care about how many hours he trained. He cared about how sharp his blade was. He didn't measure progress in tasks completed. Productivity is a trap if it lacks precision.
Yes.
In the business world, the obsession with metrics can mask the lack of mastery. Musashi trained to kill, not to impress. His goal was not perfection, it was domination through discipline, your modern equivalent. Stop measuring your worth in volume. Measure it in value. Are you moving the needle? Are you eliminating inefficiencies? Don't confuse movement with mastery. Learn to strike once and make it count. There's nothing romantic about mastery. It's not a moment of inspiration. Musashi didn't wait for motivation. He created systems. He didn't rely on inspiration. He relied on habit. He trained in rain, in silence, in isolation. It's in his words. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. If you want to master your craft, your business, or your life, you must commit without condition. There's no hack. There's no shortcut. There's only the path. And the path demands everything. Musashi understood impermanence better than most. He faced death constantly, but never passively. He once said, "The way of the warrior is resolute acceptance of death." It sounds morbid, but it's freeing. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop tolerating mediocrity. Stop lying to yourself about your potential. You start treating every morning like a battlefield. You plan your moves. You sharpen your tools. This isn't about being intense all the time. It's about being intentional all the time. Musashi didn't fear death because he never lived passively. You don't have to live forever to be great.